Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Suzanne Sanadad scores it 48-47, Chimaev. Salvador D'Amato scores it 48-47, Strickland. And Eric Ho scores the contest 48-47 for the winner by split decision. And new undisputed UFC middleweight champion.
The bitter truth behind Khamzat's defeat. The wolf fell into the trap. This wasn't just a fight. It was the moment that held millions breathless. Khamzat Chimaev, the man who entered the cage with an undefeated record and an aura of terror, faced the madman Sean Strickland. This loss wasn't just points on a judge's scorecard. It was a shockwave that rocked the middleweight throne, proving that no one is invincible in the world of MMA. The first round explosion. Khamzat started the fight like a sweeping hurricane, attempting to finish his opponent in the opening minutes, just as he had done to everyone before. However, this terrifying offensive surge turned into a self-inflicted trap. Khamzat burned through a massive amount of oxygen and explosive muscle energy in failed submission attempts, leaving his tank empty long before reaching the final stretches of this fighting marathon. The unbreakable wall.
How does this fight end? Rear naked choke, There you go. Rear naked choke, he says. By Chimaev.
Suzanne Sanadad scores it 48-47, Chimaev. Salvador D'Amato scores it 48-47, Strickland. And Eric Ho scores the contest 48-47 for the winner by split decision.
Every fight I've ever had, 30-40 minutes before the fight, I think I'm going to lose every fight.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Go in there and fight. Yeah, absolutely. Every fight. I've never thought I was ever going to win a fight.
Where does the composure come from then? Because the whole time we're like, he looks so calm in
You
every
just got to be the man you want to be. You know, it's like just because you think, you know, how do you prove you're enough? You do it.
Wow.
Yeah, I've never thought I'd ever win a fight.
The biggest secret behind the defeat was Strickland's exceptional defense. Sean wasn't just an average fighter. He was an impenetrable dam. He absorbed Khamzat's wrestling pressure with eerie composure and refused to break under ground control. This resilience didn't just exhaust Khamzat's body, it crushed his morale the moment he realized his opponent simply would not break. The nightmare of the jab. Once both fighters stood toe-to-toe, Khamzat's technical disaster began. Strickland utilized his jab with surgical precision, turning it into a nightmare that kept Khamzat from closing the distance. Every time Khamzat tried to engage, he hit a wall of consistent strikes that, while not necessarily powerful, were enough to disrupt his timing and completely ruin his offensive game plan.
Winning the round nonetheless. These guys are pushing. This is all heart from these fellas here. Minute 40 left in the 4th round. Tatsuro Taira punches himself 3 times for no reason. This is insane. He punched himself. This dude's using voodoo. Gotta learn that. Gotta learn that one. 15, dude, this fight is insane, chat. Let's just pretend it's 2-2 going into the 5th. Who wants it? Let's go. Van seems to be fresher. Taira needs to, he's gonna get knocked out the longer this fight goes on. Van's gonna knock him out, I feel it, it's coming. Oh, beautiful right hand, Van's about to get him out of there. No, why'd you stop it now? That was not, I mean, fuck it. I just don't think you stop it right there. Wow, chat. Van gets the job done. Beautiful performance. Pantoja versus Van. I mean, that's the fight to make. What did you tell Zahabi at the face-off? I said, why you shaking?
Cardio trap. As the fight entered the championship rounds, the 4th and 5th, a massive gap in physical conditioning emerged. Strickland, famous for having lungs that never quit, kept pressing forward with cold-blooded efficiency. Meanwhile, Khamzat was gasping for air. This cardio deficit turned the wolf into a stationary target in the final minutes, unable to react or strike back. Mental warfare. The psychological pressure cannot be ignored. Strickland played with Khamzat's nerves from the press conference all the way into the cage. With his mocking laughter and constant mid-fight chatter, he stripped Khamzat of his usual focus. The wolf wanted a quick, violent brawl, but Sean dragged him into a long psychological street fight that forced Khamzat out of his element and led to fatal mistakes. The weight cut mystery. Big question marks surround Khamzat's weight cut. It was clear that Chimaev's body lacked its signature explosive power in the middleweight division when facing a massive seasoned veteran like Strickland. The physical tax of making weight weakened his ability to endure long-form, physical grinds and high-strength clinches. The perfect counter style. The bitter truth is that Khamzat collided with a fighter who possessed the perfect counter style for him. Strickland showed the world that high-pressure and aggressive wrestling can be tamed with patience and intelligent defense. This defeat is the harshest lesson of Khamzat's career, one that will force him to either evolve his entire style or accept the label of being a one-round fighter.
Я зайду и откручу. Ты должен смотреть, а если вот так пойдет, а если вот так пойдет, а если вот сюда зайдем. Ты должен все сценарии смотреть. Просто мне, например, ставить план на бой для меня, не составляло такого труда. У меня был всегда один план. Я заходил, я переводил. Если получится, переведу. Если не получится, я буду 100 раз проходить.
Да.
Просто Хамзата в боях ты этого не видишь. Например, с тем же с Камару, с тем же с Гилбертом.
Да.
В поздних раундах он перестает бороться, он уже дерется в стойке. Сперва борется, если не получится, дерется в стойке. Но если он с самого начала бы с этими же ребятами дрался в стойке, он лучше подрался бы. И с тем же Гилбертом, и с тем же с Камару. Не тратя.
The shattered brand versus the new king of PPV. This defeat was more than just a loss for Khamzat Chimaev. It was a devastating blow to his invincible brand, significantly dropping his market value as the UFC's next megastar. Conversely, Sean Strickland has ascended to legendary status, officially entering the elite tier of PPV kings. This victory gives him massive leverage in future negotiations, where every headline and title defense now translates into millions of dollars in sponsorships and fight purses. Glory as the ultimate currency. In the fight game, glory is the fuel that drives wealth. By slaying the wolf, Strickland has opened doors to lucrative global tours and premium brand deals that were previously out of reach. While Khamzat missed out on the massive champion versus champion super fight paydays, Strickland is now sitting on a gold mine, dictating terms for the biggest and most profitable fights the promotion can offer. The wealth gap and the road to redemption.
Oh, Alex, the man himself. Let's go. Alex, champion. Legend right here. Hey, this man is going to make history.
Man, Strickland landed more overall. Chimaev advanced far more. That doesn't necessarily mean anything. 9 takedowns, and he had double the amount of ground control time, such that is relevant. Let's see. It's winnable. It's winnable in either direction. I think so. That isn't to say you might not get like a 49-45 in there. You might. All right, here we go. They're two buddy-buddy now. 48-47 Chimaev. 48-47 Strickland. Sean Strickland. Split decision. Wow, man. Wow. 48. So two 48-47s, one 48-47 for Chimaev.
The financial divide between the two fighters has never been wider. Strickland is basking in generational wealth and championship bonuses, while Khamzat faces a significant drop in his negotiating power. For Chimaev to return to those multi-million-dollar main events, he must now climb a steep professional mountain, as winning in the UFC is the only difference between a standard contract and the elite-level fortune Strickland currently enjoys. The cost of overconfidence, ignoring the legends. A major talking point behind the scenes was Khamzat's apparent refusal to adapt his training camp based on advice from seasoned legends like Khabib Nurmagomedov. While Khabib and other elite peers emphasized the need for a more disciplined, endurance-focused approach, Khamzat stuck to his smash mentality, believing his raw power would be enough to overwhelm anyone. Many experts now argue that his preparation was fundamentally flawed for a 5-round battle. His weight cut strategy was particularly criticized as illogical, as it stripped him of his explosive strength without providing the necessary cardio to compensate. In the high-stakes world of the UFC, ignoring the wisdom of those who have reached the pinnacle, proved to be a multi-million-dollar mistake, leaving the world to wonder if his preparation was ever truly championship ready.
Wow, man. Dude, I told you. It was either 3-2 Khamzat or 3-2 Sean. Either scorecard is totally acceptable. What Sean Strickland just managed to pull off is fucking insane. We're going to talk about it on the post-fight show. I mean, you can love him or you can hate him, but like none of this was ever supposed to happen for him. That's crazy. All right, here's Joe Rogan.
So now has Khamzat Chimaev and Israel Adesanya on his ended both their win streaks. I guess the Israel Adesanya. Khamzat Chimaev puts the belt on him. Wow. Wow. Sean Strickland takes the mouthpiece out. Wow. Sean Strickland by split decision. He takes the mic.
Wow, Joe actually gave him the mic.
Apologizes to his American fans, Christian fans. Wow, he says he went too far.
Whoa.
Says he respects everyone. He says he should be a better example, but he really wants to sell the fight for these fuckers.
A moment of like real contrition from Sean Strickland.
Holy fucking shit. Sean Strickland just beat Chimaev 48-47. Khamzat Chimaev throwing his gloves into the crowd, already out of the octagon and back to the locker room. Strickland says he may have broke his nose. Says he loves all the fans. Shouts out to Christian.
He's really going out of his way to like...
He's shouting out everyone.
Wow.
Fucking hell, man.
Holy sh... Wow. I mean, the fight itself is like incredible.